First Man is directed by Damien Chazelle and stars Ryan Gosling as Neil Armstrong, the first man to set foot on the moon. And it's the story of his family life and the difficulties leading up to getting on that mission and how much it really took out of him as a person and his family to get up there. And where some space exploration films like, say, Apollo 13 focus more on the actual space exploration portion of the characters' lives, this focuses more on his family, the medical condition that afflicted his young daughter Ciaran, and how much pain that caused him and his family. I've loved both of Chazelle's previous films. Whiplash in particular I think is a masterpiece and will probably go down as a masterpiece as years go by. La La Land I really love, and so naturally Ryan Gosling, you know, it's a great combination of things. He's kind of my man crush, and so pretty excited to see this movie. And I left a little conflicted, although I do like the movie and I do recommend that you see the movie. We'll start with the positive first. The acting is phenomenal. Gosling and Claire Foy are amazing in the film. The idea of approaching this story from a very personal perspective, when most people would expect you to make a big blockbuster film with a lot of special effects that everyone gets really excited about, like say Gravity for instance, is a different idea. Seeing the family at dinner, the father having to explain to his kids that he might not come back from this journey. The mom being understandably concerned about that. That's an approach that you don't normally see in space movies. It's usually focused on the mission. Unfortunately for me, the film feels almost a bit detached as well. And it's strange to me that a film that takes so much time in trying to show this man's life and what he went through in his family feels almost like you're not really experiencing it because he's just so stoic. And it's not necessarily because Gosling tends to act that way when he takes roles. He's a very quiet actor, which I've always liked about him. He never tries to go big. He's never like going for the Oscar or whatever. He's usually a very quiet and subdued actor, which I love about him. But for this character, despite showing us so much of his family life, I just didn't really feel like I knew that much about him. It's also pretty long, and whenever the space stuff happens, it's actually quite riveting. The special effects are incredible, that they're seamless. Chazelle uses handheld cam for pretty much the entire film, and so there's a lot of sequences that do feel very rugged and gritty in the sense that you feel like you're there. There's some times where the ship they're in is rattling so much that you feel like it's going to blast apart, even though you know history. It's very frightening, and the space scenes are suspenseful more so than some I've seen. Those were some of my favorite aspects of the film. The fact that as you watch it and you see these guys in this ship, it kind of feels like it's going to fall apart. So much of what we see is practical in camera, you can tell. And there isn't an over-reliance on CG to tell the story, and that's something I loved about it. The sequences on the moon, I mean, it just looks like you're looking at the moon. It's really astounding what they can do with the movie today, and I have to praise First Man on a technical level. Because as a film that showcases NASA, the training, tries to hit the beats of history properly, it's pretty unprecedented, and I was really impressed with that. And I don't want to ruin it for you, because I actually looked it up, and I couldn't find any accounts of this. I could have been wrong. But I know they interviewed the family. And so if this is like new information, what he actually does on the moon, that's really touching. And I would love to know if that actually happened. If it didn't, that's disappointing that they're sort of making it theatrical. But nevertheless, I think this is a movie you should see. I think it has amazing performances, and technically it's very well presented. But I just felt very detached from Neil Armstrong's character, which is unfortunate because the movie makes such an attempt at making you feel connected with him. I'm going to give First Man a B. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Look forward to more reviews very soon. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.